Hello guys, I'm Fisi, and today I'm bringing you a different kind of video on this channel. As you can see, you're currently watching my face rather than watching me racing on an F1 game. And that's because during the last weekend of August I did something quite special for me that I've never done before, but that's definitely been a long time coming. I travelled to England, more specifically London, to meet a couple of my good online friends that I met through the Apex League in the very early stages of ARL actually, more than 3 years ago now. And since then we've been getting to know each other over the internet through just talking to each other, racing in leagues together, playing FIFA and other things like that. And they basically turned into two great friends. But like with pretty much every other person I've ever met over the internet throughout the years, I had never actually met them until now. So when the chance finally presented itself, I jumped straight on the plane from Norway to London to meet them for the first time ever. If you haven't read the title of the video yet, you're probably wondering who these two people are. And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you will probably recognize their names. Neil and Kerry, better known in the online world as NillisLukins and Kptk92. So as you can see, I've had lots of good online moments with these two, many more than you saw in that montage, and now it was time to have some real ones. I actually hadn't planned to do any kind of vlog video of my trip, but Neil seemed to think it was a good idea and took the initiative to film my arrival, without me knowing anything about it at all. So, yeah.
Hello guys, my name is Neil. A lot of you might know me a little better through the Xbox gamer tag of NillisLukins. Now you're probably wondering why on earth I'm here chatting to you and you're not seeing some of the top quality Formula 1 action that you're used to on this channel. But please just give me a moment to explain. I'm going to meet him. I'm going to meet ARL Fisi in the flesh. You know, I'm in a London hotel at the moment. It's 11 o'clock at night at the moment. At 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, Fisi will be landing in London after getting on the plane in his native land of Norway, and I'll be meeting him, and I'm hoping to take you guys on that journey with me. And the reason why he's coming here isn't just for me. I would love it to be just for me, but no, the main reason why he's here is we're going go-karting. And another gamer tag you might recognise is Kptk92. His real name is Kerry, so we'll call him that for the rest of the video to make things a bit easier. And it's his birthday quite soon. It's Kerry's birthday quite soon, and he was kind enough to invite myself and Fisi along to do some go-karting this weekend, which we're all very excited about. And as you know, Fisi takes a lot of things very seriously, and this is absolutely no different. He's bought his own helmet, his own karting helmet, and he's put a camera on it. He's attached a camera onto it. So I'm hoping that Fisi will take this and a few other clips maybe from the rest of the weekend and join that together with some footage from his camera. So we should have a good video for you guys. So, well, as I said, it's 11 o'clock at the moment at night, and I need to be up nice and early to make sure that I can pick him up, because I don't really want to miss this opportunity to meet him. So I'll check in with you guys in the morning. Good morning guys, Neil here again, and well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm here in Stansted Airport, London Stansted Airport, at the international arrivals. I think you should be able to see, and probably can't see on there, and I can't zoom in so my phone's not very good, but Fisi's flight has landed. It landed 7:51 and it's now 7:54. I feel it's important to answer a question that I'm sure you're all asking yourselves, which is, if you've never met before, how are you going to know who's who? How are you going to know when he comes through? Well, I've devised a plan. And basically, I made a sign which I'm going to hold up, like I'm sure you've seen in movies before. And my sign looks a little something like this. So I'm just gonna wait here for a few minutes, and I'm gonna have this sign aloft. Hopefully, in not too distant future, we'll see him come out from there, and the weekend can begin. I'm going to keep rolling. I'm going to keep the film going because, you know, I have no idea how long it'll be, to be honest. He could be 5 seconds, he could be 5 minutes. It's very interesting. That gentleman decided that he doesn't, that he can't read because he's just gone in through a no entry sign. So well done him. There we go, the man that walked into a no entry sign is now being escorted by a policeman with guns. Hello mate. How you doing, you alright?
Yeah man.
This is him. This is the real human being. Say hello to all your followers.
Hello everyone.
Basically, what I'm planning on doing, because obviously you've got a helmet on your camera, camera on your helmet even, is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm hoping, if it's right with you, is take a few videos and clips of the weekend and mash it all together and give these guys something interesting to watch. What do you reckon?
Sure.
Excellent. Right. Well, my battery's about to die, so
okay, that's it.
So we'll leave it there for now, but we'll see you guys in a minute.
Hi guys, so we're here. This is London. Fisi's here, and the man currently holding the camera who flips it round. That's Kerry. That's Kptk92. It's his birthday that we're here to celebrate this weekend. We're a day ahead of karting, so for the time being we come down to bowling. To take a look at the screen and show the bowlers we've got Kerry, we've got Neil, and then we've got Biz! We've got 3 games, we're all very excited, we can't wait. A technical fault with the lane at the moment, the barriers are up, and we want to get rid of those, but as soon as they're down, then the battle is running truly joined and busy. I think you're quite confident, aren't you?
I'm very confident.
Yeah, you're quite confident. We're in big trouble, so we'll see what happens. We might have a few clips of us bowling for some lols, but we'll catch up with you later on when the results are in.
Hello again guys, we're back. You may realise that we're now back in the hotel. We've magically gone from bowling back to hotel and we suddenly changed clothes as well. Basically the reason for that is my phone's rubbish. I haven't really got that much storage space. Yeah, right, it's got that. I haven't got that much storage space on my phone, so it got out in the middle of one of the videos. So here we are, we're back in the hotel. It's the day after. We'll have a quick chat about what happened. So it was game 1 of 3 we were in the middle of, I think. So let's start from the start. So there was a technical fault with the lane, you might have seen, where the barriers were up.
And as you know, we are no assist people.
Exactly,
so,
yeah, quite right, we are no assist people, which means that barrier had to go down. So we got going. And Kerry's first roll was...
Shit, no, it wasn't.
It was very good. It was a strike. His very first roll was a strike.
It was actually very impressive.
Yeah, and then his next frame was a spare. And yeah, basically, so he got off to a cracking start, and he's sitting there and he's giving all the big and being all cocky because he thinks he's going to win. But where did he end up finishing? Can you remember?
So we were 3 players, right?
Yeah, it was just me, Fisi, and Kerry shot off to the lead.
That's weird because he finished 3rd, I think.
3rd?
Yeah.
After that incredible start, he only finished 3rd. He only finished 3rd, Kerry. That's wow. I mean, it's not really very good, is it? Then who won? So Fisi was very, very confident he'd smash us, but he didn't. He ended up coming second to yours truly. So game 1 went to me. What happened in game 2? Fisi, can you remember how that started?
Pretty similar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Kerry did well again at the start.
He did, yeah. He got off to a bit of a lead while I struggled trouble a little bit, but we slowly clawed our way back in with a couple of strikes. And where did Kerry finish again? Because he was leading, but then he finished third.
Whoa.
Third again, Kerry. Despite leading. You're not very good at this, are you, mate? Everyone always professes that I'm nicking at bottles, but I mean, the trend so far is that Kerry's taking that away from me. And who finished second?
Yes, it was me again.
Was that you again?
It was me
You again?
But this second round was very close, you know.
It was very close, yeah.
I think
that's
it was
right.
very close until the last,
the last frame.
Last frame.
It went down to the last frame. So I was quite pleased with that. That was okay. So that's 2 games of bowling, and in both games the order has been NillisLukins, Fisi 91, Kptk92. Surely the bundle must be the trend must be bucked. Is that the phrase? Yes, bucking a trend. Bucking a trend. That's the phrase. I'm right. So surely the trend will be bucked in the 3rd game, and someone else will win.
Surely, yeah.
Surely, or at least there'll be a swap between 2nd and 3rd. But there wasn't, Fisi, was there?
No.
It was exactly the same order. So basically, I'm a hero at bowling. I'm just too good. That's what it is.
I'll be Kerry 3 times.
But you beat Kerry 3 times. And Kerry was last 3 times. So Kerry is very quickly establishing himself as the loser. So what do we do next? We went and got some food, but I mean we don't need to say about that. Oh, we played pool, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
We played pool. Let's try and cut the story short a little bit. Who won the most games in pool, would you say?
Probably the guy who played like a pro.
It was me, guys. He doesn't want to admit it, but I wiped the floor with him in pool. Yeah, again. Apart from the final game. The final game was a special one.
That was a handicap match, if you
Yes, that's a very good way of putting it. Fisi came out with the challenge, which was because I was beating them so comprehensively when there was one-on-one.
Yeah.
Fisi thought, well, I know, why don't me and Kerry team up together? They basically had twice as many shots as I did.
Yeah.
So it basically went Kerry, Fisi, me, and they were on the same team trying to pot the same balls. And only just beat me. I got down to the black, and I mean, to be fair, you could argue that I bottled it.
You could have got it down twice.
I could have got it down twice. I had decent chance of doing it. And that would have been humiliating. I mean, if I had beaten them when it was just when they had twice as many shots as me. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. But I mean, if the only thing that I lose at is because they had a ridiculous advantage, then you know I can't help that.
Just want to mention first that 2 games of playing against Kerry pool, I'll be in.
Oh yes, that's a good point.
And the one massive bottle he had in the final game against me, when he had that one ball, and it must have taken 15 shots or something just to try to get a ball down. Well, I just gradually managed to get my 6 or something.
Yeah. It's a good old Kerry popping up the field yet again. There is a trend here, guys. So after we did pool, we moved on to arcade racing. You know, Fisi and myself and Kerry, you know, are quite keen on our virtual gaming. And you know, these bowling halls, they have arcade games in there. And there was I think it was a midnight club or something like that, is what it was called. And yeah, we had a vast number of races on that. And the pecking order changed for
the better.
For once in the weekend, the pecking order changed. So I won the first race, so I got off to a flying start.
So you continuing your role, I guess.
But then what happened?
Then next race, obviously all the races were closed because there wasn't a ridiculous catch-up thingy going on.
Yeah.
But I won.
You did. You did. You won race 2.
Actually won.
And who won race 3?
Me. I won again.
It's getting a bit worrying.
I won race 3. No, 4.
Well, yeah, we just did race 3.
Whatever.
You need to learn to count, mate. So race 4 was also won by the man himself.
So the trend is turning.
The trend did begin to turn, indeed. I mean, Kerry won the last race, but it didn't really happen. And that was it for yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that leads us on quite nicely to karting, which is the main event. That's literally why we were here. I'll just quickly introduce you to the format. It was the title of the race, the meeting event.
Elite Ironman race.
It was Elite Ironman race, which sounds pretty crazy.
It does. Yeah.
It kind of was, I guess.
at least for us.
We got a 20-minute practice / qualifying session. I say that because it was a 20-minute session where really we were just trying to learn the track, but it also was the case that our fastest lap times would contribute towards our starting position. So we did that, and then after that we had a little break for about 20 minutes, and then we dived straight into a 1 hour long race.
1 hour long?
I don't know if any of you do a lot of karting, but if you don't do a lot of karting, 1 hour is a very long time.
The longest we've been in karts before this, like in one go, would probably be around 10-15 minutes,
yeah,
at most. So.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. Both myself and Fisi have done a bit of karting before, not too much, a little bit. Kerry has done roughly that much.
Yeah.
Which did put him at a bit of a disadvantage, I will say. But I mean, not by too much. I mean, none of us have been to that track before, yeah. So really, it's pretty much a level playing field.
We're just using our virtual racing experience, to be honest.
Exactly. So it was an hour-long race. It was an open event. It was an open event, so any Tom Dick and Harry could pay their 100 Great British pounds to enter. There was me, myself, Fisi, Kerry, one of Kerry's friends as well, Sam, who didn't mention, Sam Berry. So there was us 4, and then there was 16 other people, yeah, making a grid of 20, which, you know, could get pretty spicy. But for now, we want on quite a lot.
Yeah.
So let's get into qualifying. So I think Fisi's now going to show you a couple of laps from his GoPro helmet cam, and yeah, we'll see how we got on.
Hi Kerry, how are you doing? Let's do this! Neil! So here we are out on track finally at the Lakeside Karting in Essex in London. As you can see over there, Neil has already shot out on track, followed by Kerry's friend Sam, and then Kerry himself and me. I've only raced the kart 2 times before this actually, once back home in Norway at an indoors track in Oslo, and also once while I was on holiday at the Canary Islands. But this was the first time I was gonna do a proper race of more than 15 minutes of driving at once, so I was pretty excited to say the least. What you're watching here is obviously from the qualifying session. The first few laps were just all about getting a feel for the track really, trying to find the braking points and how much speed you could carry through the corners. As you can see there, I was a little bit eager at the start, pushing a bit too hard maybe, and ended up facing the wrong way a couple of times. But the biggest struggle during qualifying really was just finding clear air on the track, because it's quite a short lap of around 40-45 seconds, and with 20 drivers out on track of very different skill levels, I had to spend quite a bit of time just trying to navigate other cars. That was all good fun, I guess. Got to test my racecraft a bit, make some good overtakes as well, and handing out some cheeky waves to the likes of Kerry as well. But I did get a couple of clean laps in during the 20-minute session, and here you're going to see my fastest lap, which would determine my grid position for the race. It's a great little track this, a very quick turn 1 that leads straight into braking for turn 2 as you saw, and then going through the slowest part of the track with 2 hairpins in a quick succession. And now we're going to go through 2 brilliant right-hand corners. First this one, which you can take nearly flat out, and now going through my favourite corner on track, a very quick right-hander, which you can take completely flat if you get the line right, and feels amazing when you nail it. Now dropping down the hill towards the final corner, that drop is actually quite a bit bigger than it looks on camera. It kind of lifts your body off your seat and slams you back down on it when you go through it. Managed to get a good line through the pretty tricky final corner and crossing the line for one of my few clean laps of this surprisingly exhausting qualifying session.
Right, so that was qualifying. Just a little snapshot. It was a 20-minute session. As you can see, it was a little bit manic. There's 20 carts, and I mean, I hope the initial impression you got is bloody hell, this guy's quite quick. Either that or the rest of them are bloody terrible.
Let's go with the first one, yeah.
Leading up to it, we were talking about this before the race, and we did say that, you know, we might be up against better people, so we might need to be looking over our shoulder about trying to lap us. And on the basis of that little clip anyway, might not have too much of a problem. And we didn't know when I was on the weekend actually.
No, we didn't know that until we've actually led around to the grid.
Yes, basically the way it works, so you would have seen 2 hairpins after the right-handed hairpin, just to the left of that is the pit entrance. So that's where all the carts are kept, and then obviously they come out and then we wheel around to the start-finish straight, which obviously you would have seen with the lights as well. So we didn't get a chance to see what lap times we did. There are TVs planted around in the viewing area of the karting venue, but we didn't get to look at that, so we genuinely didn't know how we fared against everyone else. I mean, we could take a good guess because I mean, as you saw in that video, Fisi was flying up to people and passing them quite quickly.
During the break, there were a few rumours flying around.
Yeah.
That, I wouldn't have a problem with those rumours being true.
So yeah, so we started to get our hopes up a little bit. So yeah, so we wheeled around to just behind where the grid hatchings are for the start finish straight, because we get let out of the pits in a random order, and then one by one they just called us up along the grid, and one of us was the first person to be sort of fed through the crowd and put up into P1.
Had a bit of a glory run through everyone.
Yeah, and just sort of waving as they went past, saying, "Cheers, guys, see you there." And have a guess who that was, guys? The man himself. He is not just a genius behind the Formula 1 2012 wheel, he also appears to be a bit of a genius behind the go-karting wheel as well.
To my surprise.
Because he took pole position, and I'm delighted to say that one of us 3 took P2 on the grid as well. And I'll give you a clue. That person is in front of the camera right now. So P1 and P2 on the grid. I mean, that's you can't ask much better than that, can you?
Can't. I think we were quite surprised at that.
I mean, I was a little surprised, as much as I thought we might be coming up against some people that have been on the track before or do karting quite regularly. Because to spend £100 on a karting event, if you didn't do a lot of it, I don't think there would be many people that did that. But I mean, I was proved wrong. I don't think any of those guys raced there before.
Quite a varying speed, to be honest.
As you
from the very slow people to the reasonably quick ones.
Yeah. So I was surprised about that before we got there. But having got there and having been
after quality,
20 minutes.
after we drove it. Maybe not so. I still didn't think I was going to be P1. I think I had a good chance at a decent position, but
yeah, I think your lap time was a 41.4.
0.5, I think.
I think for qualifying. Well, it was the mid 41 second lap, let's say. But I think my qualifying lap was a 42.8.
Yeah.
So that was actually a long way off being Fisi to pole. It was a bit of a shame. But what about the rest of the grid? So P3 was a random guy that we didn't know. P4 was our very own Kptk92. Kerry, the birthday boy, the man that we're here to meet, and he qualified P4. So really,
and with no karting experience as well.
That's the reason it's massive, and he did have a spectacular crash in that qualifying session as well.
I think I might have gone past him. So
yes.
I should have seen him with my camera. I should have out.
And it was quite an impact. So I think we need to give him a bit of credit for recovering from that and qualifying P4. I'm not quite sure where Sam qualified.
I think it was somewhere around.
I think it was in the midfield somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were delighted with that, and I guess all that's left to say now is on to the race. Yeah. So there is footage from the Elite Ironman race with Fisi Fan 91 on pole, NillisLukins and P2, and Kptk92 and P4.
I don't want to crash. Right.
Look, Fisi, enjoy the race. Thanks a lot, guys. It was a fun ride. Oh,
we go, and that's it. Many congratulations, Fisi. Oh, don't do the finger. Don't do the finger. And here are the trophies.
The trophies.
The trophies. They did get a little bit of champagne on them, despite.
They were very sticky actually with the winner's champagne.
It was champagne. It wasn't any other kind of sticky material. We haven't got too excited, okay, guys. It was genuinely champagne. It was champagne. And yeah, so these are the trophies. Put your first place camera trophy right up to the camera. That's very triumphant, and I'll show you mine a little less triumphantly because yeah, there we go.
Mine's bigger.
It is bigger. Yeah. Show me out your penis though. I'm joking, guys. Joking. So there we go. So we did have to give it a quick wash to get rid of the champagne, and we did have to have a shower ourselves because we drenched each other in champagne in a way. Yeah. Which was good fun. It was nice to have the podium ceremony and to be able to have a bit of champagne.
First experience for everything. I've never been on the top of a podium and never opened a champagne bottle before. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
It took a while, but
it did.
Got there in the end.
It looked a bit embarrassing, I have to say, but we did get there. Well, so let's have a quick chat about how the race went. So you started from pole, you got a decent start.
I did a good start.
I got off to a half decent start. Couldn't really challenge Fisi. Held on to P2 quite nicely, and Fisi, within a couple of corners, had a second lead on me straight away. But after the second hairpin, the right-handed hairpin, I looked back, and there was a huge gap back to P3. Who was Kerry?
Whoa!
Kerry put cars up to P3, and suddenly we were thinking it's going to be a 1-2-3.
What's going to be 1-2-3?
We're going to have a 1-2-3. But then, literally one lap later, at the same part of the track, I looked back, and Kerry wasn't there. I couldn't see him. I didn't know what happened to him. What would have been great is because he had, like Fisi had his GoPro camera on the top of his helmet. Kerry had his egg cam on the side of his helmet. So it would have been nice to find out what happened to him, how he managed to get to P3 in the first place, and then how he managed to bottom it. That's what he did, bottom it. But unfortunately, he forgot to press record on his machine. So well done, Kerry. You completely ruined the whole weekend. We were gonna have, we were thinking about having a split screen thing going on. We were thinking of all these things we could do for you guys to enhance the spectacle. But we couldn't do it because Kerry's let us down. He bottled it both on the track and we're just pressing the record button on the side of your bloody head. Yeah. Anyway, we do know what happened to him was that he went pretty much straight on into turn 1. Which lost him a little places. I think he's claiming, at least anyway, that he went back to last. He said that he couldn't turn back onto the track because there was a stream of cars coming past. So well done him. Yeah, another bottle this weekend, Kerry. They're adding up. I mean, you can pretty much have your own multi-pack of 2-litre bottles, the way it goes at the moment. But yeah, so Fisi got off to, I think he had roughly about a second lead. And it looked for a moment as if I was beginning to slowly edge that back. But just as I was beginning to do that, we hit back markers, and obviously you saw
already like that
the first incident. I'm not sure if you called it on the camera, but I got a decent run out that last corner, having been right behind him. Because obviously Fisi was on the outside, and then there was back
side by side.
And then I was on the inside trying to sort of do the pair of them.
I pulled that off nicely, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah. And so that gave me a pretty healthy lead, but very unfortunate. We could have had a pretty good battle.
Yeah,
we really could have had a pretty good battle. Those first 4 laps told me we were quite evenly matched and we could easily have a good battle, but that was ruined pretty soon. We didn't get past too many back markers before we had that incident, which is a shame. So yeah, so I inherited a very healthy lead. I think I tried looking around for him, but I couldn't really find him. But I think I probably had something like a half a lap's worth of a lead,
possibly,
maybe. But he really did start to reel me back in quite quickly, and there could be quite a few reasons for this. It could be that Fisi was just quicker than me. It could be that I got unlucky with back markers or with yellow flags, and maybe I was a bit too respectful of them.
I did feel I got quite unlucky with back markers myself a few times, but
yeah,
I think we both did.
You did get quite close a couple of times, but then run into some troubles with some more back markers, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was at least an incident where I had a back marker between us just as the yellow flag came out, and guy was going very slow in the yellow flag zone, and you just built a gap on that. So.
Yeah, there's me going on about being respectful about yellow flags, and I've been caught on camera just gunning it.
The there were other occasions as well, because you sometimes groups of backmarkers that you just have to navigate, and you would have to navigate quite a big group, and then just as you got through it, I got to the back of it.
Yeah.
So at that point we were pretty close.
Yeah.
But I then lost a bit more time compared to just trying to get through them.
Yeah, of course. But Fisi ended up catching me up again. So it could well have been superior racing, and it probably was. I just stopped killing myself and just admit the fact you're probably better than me.
I'll take that.
Yeah, and he caught me up, and obviously he made the move stick, and then literally a lap or so after that, the number 2 car, who Fisi has told me himself he had a bit of trouble with, he basically started fighting me as if it was the last lap of the race at every single lap, and that we were fighting for position.
Yeah.
If we were fighting for position, his defending would still have been borderline okay. It was very, very strong, very forceful.
It would push me kind of over the white lines a few times.
Yeah, and he pushed me onto the grass a couple of times. Basically, the lap after Fisi passed me, I felt I was far enough alongside. I wasn't completely alongside him, but something like that, maybe. So I was definitely far enough alongside that I felt, and I had the inside line, so I thought he could get me ring. But he didn't. He just drove into me. Both then spin backwards, quite decent speed into the barriers, and then someone else. And then someone else actually clattered into me as well. And then after that, I ended up catching the number 2 guy, and he continued to fight me as if it was his life depended on it. Yeah. So much so that I gesticulated quite a few times.
I think we both did that a few times anyway.
If
you're watching that number 2 guy,
yeah,
sort it out.
Yeah. Although we probably shouldn't say that, because I think one of his mates then came up to you after the race and said, "So what's your YouTube name?" So he might be watching this video now. That's fine. It's fine. We're all friends. But yeah, that wasn't too far away from the race, and Fisi ended up winning. But an unbelievable experience. It was really, really good fun. Kerry, we should say, he obviously you didn't see him on the podium, so you know he didn't finish P3, but he did recover to 4th, despite going back down to, we think, last on basically lap 2. So that was a decent recovery for him. But frankly, Kerry, you bottled it. It would have been a 1, 2, 3. It would have been the perfect weekend, but you bottled it. So that's it. So I think what I have to say now is to wrap up the entire weekend.
It's been amazing.
It's been great to finally meet you. I've had a lot of good times with you over the last 3 or so years. Online. It's
pretty crazy, to be honest, how long we've actually been speaking to each other online.
Yeah.
And never met. So,
absolutely. And I can't admire you enough for spending as much money and taking the giant leap of getting on a plane from Norway to London, particularly as, let's face it, I mean, me and Kerry could have been completely different people. So I can't admire you enough for taking that leap into the unknown. I can't thank you enough for coming. You've been great company. It's been wonderful meeting you. I feel on behalf of you guys, or I should say that I'm honoured to meet the legend, the YouTube legend, the Formula 1 legend, the Apex Racing League legend. That is Fisi Fan 91.
Too much to take in now.
But it's been a wonderful weekend. I'm sure we'll do it again at some point. Hopefully sometime soon.
I think it's fair to say that it was worth quite a bit of money, but it was definitely worth it.
Definitely worth the expense. Excellent. Well, Fisi, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Cheers, guys. Well, we sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. If we did waffle on a little bit too much, we apologise.
Like I said as well, if you didn't see the whole race in this video, you will see it in another one.
Absolutely. But anyway, yes, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please, I don't really like saying this, but you know, like, subscribe to Fisi's channel. You don't have to subscribe to mine because I don't really upload any videos anymore. So there's no point in doing that. Also, please check out Kptk92 channel. Like I said, you'll probably see the video of his spectacular crash in qualifying. But thank you ever so much for watching, and all that remains to be said is thank you, Fisi, and thank you, guys.
Thank you, Neil.
Cheers.
See you later.
Let's start again, shall we? That was fucking shit.
That's got it.
That's an outtake. That's an outtake.